What's going to happen is we are going to listen to ZANEITA in conversation. I met ZANEITA, I think at Spakanopoli some time ago. Then it turned out that she's a singer, and it turned out that sometimes with Philip we are organizing gigs, and we are planning to have a gig since. We have been planning it. And then we had a coffee roughly a year ago, something like that, last June. And then we met the four of us for a brief chat, just to go through a few of the questions. So if you know ZANEITA, I'm terribly sorry if there will be a repetition in her answers, but if you don't know her, I collected few of my questions. There is no it's going to pick up. So I try to structure my questions, but it is really difficult. When we talked yesterday, I put down what she said because this is her own characterization of her own music. My music is a very love-based music. Can you explain it to us? That why do you say that?
First of all, hello everybody. Great day. I feel like my music is very relatable to women, especially as a woman. There's different themes. There's femininity, there's love, there's heartbreak. I like to say I write music for the broken-hearted. So there's always something that you can relate to. Even if your heart has not been broken terribly, there's still something that you can relate to. So that's basically what I mean. It's just relatable music.
This relatable music, that's really true. I printed out 11 pages of her lyrics and I made some comments on it, and I have to say that it's really, really profound, and we can link to our previous performers, even if they see life from a different angle, but all of us experience it from the same point of view. My first question is that how did your musical journey start in terms of when was your talent spotted that you are a singer, or when did you spot it in yourself?
I was gifted a CD by my father, an Alicia Keys CD. So Alicia Keys is an R&B singer-songwriter, and I listened to that CD every day. I was about 9 years old, and I wanted to mimic how she sung. So I feel like listening to that every day made me want to be just like that. In the beginning, I couldn't sing. I was absolutely terrible. But I feel like the practicing and the belief in myself that I could do that made me better. And then from there, I started to write songs, and then I started to take it seriously. So I would say it started from that moment that I was gifted that CD.
So what a CD, a gift, can play in our life, these small but big events. My second question is related to that, and it would be a good question to Tanya and Jennifer too, if we have a similar conversation. That how do you write music? How is a song born? What are the ingredients, and what's the technical actual process?
I feel like inspiration is very important. Things that we go through gives us the idea to write music. So if I'm going through something instantly, I would like to write about it. Not every song is relatable to me, but if people that I know have gone through it, then I want to write about it. So I feel like surroundings help me build that song. Situations that others have gone through, situations that I've gone through, that gives me the idea. And how the song starts, sometimes I come up with the lyrics first. Again, like poetry, like these two beautiful women, I sometimes just write like that, no instrumental. I'm just literally writing how I feel, and it will rhyme. Rhyming is important as well. Sometimes I literally just write. Like this happened. I went out today, like I'm just writing from the heart.
And it means, I know the answer, but it's an interesting observation that you are writing all your lyrics.
Yeah. I don't really like to co-write. Some people may take it the wrong way, but I just feel like when I have other input, it's not genuine. Again, obviously, some of my music is exaggerated, it's not completely happened to me, but I'm writing, I know it's real, either way. So when somebody else comes into it, it's not the same. It's not as genuine as I would like it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So when I can write all by myself, the listener can just be like, they appreciate it more. I feel like they appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's more authentic and it shows your character that you come through as a confident person, confident in her work, in her professional work and singing, and it's maybe it could be seen as part of perfection, being a perfectionist, that you want to produce the best. So on that, I'd like to add something which is really interesting. That in my country there is a very famous singer, Tamás Cseh Tamás. He never ever wrote his lyrics. It was written by his co-author Gabor, but he identified so much with the lyrics that people are convinced that everything was composed by him because it's so authentic. It's not a contradiction. It just says that your partner is reality and your own self and processing it. And maybe you never know that you are going to meet someone who is going to write beautiful lyrics with which you can fully identify with. Slightly different question, but I think it gives you a fuller portrait of you. When I asked you that, was there anyone influential in terms of music on you, or did you inherit, did someone have musical talent in your family who prompted you to sing? And you said a very firm no.
Yeah, there's nobody in my family that sings. They're all actually pretty bad singers. I feel like the music I listen to, yes, is influential. So my mum listens to reggae and I listen to reggae, and that is probably because of her, but I don't make reggae music, so I don't feel like it's influenced my musical journey. She didn't listen to R&B, so that's pretty much how it is. And no one in my family sings.
But on the other hand, I like the second part of your answer, because when I said from whom, I mean, this was part of the same question, that from whom did you inherit your voice, the character of your voice? And she said, I don't know, from no one, but I inherited my face from my mother. And I said, let's have a draw, because without a face, we cannot sing. So, but it was a very, very sweet and a very, very moving remark. I have a question here, and I tend to have always serious questions. Pop music in the past was dominated by men. They write the lyrics, the music. What do you think the female perspective can bring and express which man cannot do?
I feel like the trauma aspect. I feel like as women we are so strong, we go through a lot. Some people go through, they lose a child, they go through depression. Again, men can go through depression, but women, there may be another reason for the depression. Again, losing a child. I just feel like there's more to write about as a woman.
I'm very grateful for you for this, what you said, because this explains the content, the very rich and deep content of your songs. When I made my notes, and if there is time I will quote through it, for example, it gives me the impression that you are a very talented lyricist, a very personal one. You know, I told you that you are a kind of existentialist writer, and you asked what does existentialist mean, and I was in trouble. And so, you know, like David Bowie, who went to the dark side of life, expressing it. But I think it's so important what you said, because you give voice to feelings with which people are struggling.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's not the nature of pop music, because sadly pop music became very superficial. And when I asked you that, what is the most difficult challenge as a singer, and you said something about target audience, but I think your lyrics is going to find its target audience if people encounter with it, because after the first or second line, they can recognize their own passion drama, and that's the wording that I can read ZANEITA's lyrics as the passion drama of love. From when love is in sufferance, but love is also in hope. I think this is a good time for your first song. I just wonder that I know that you have chosen the make you feel my love as the beginning, and you want to finish with the staring at my journey.
Yeah.
If there was an option, which one would you like to sing out of the two?
I would say Make You For My Love. It's not written by me, it's written by Bob Dylan, but I think it's a beautiful song. It's written so beautifully and I can relate to it as well.
Alright, thank you very much. Let's see if I'm putting back the reverb where it was. Was the reverb on the mic? You remember this blue first mic one is yours?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Huh?
Now I feel nervous. Okay, so this is Make You Feel My Love. Hope you enjoy. To make you feel my love, when the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I can offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there is no one there to dry your tears, I can hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, and I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Yeah, oh nah. feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret. For winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Just watch the edge of his seat.
Your chair.
Just watch the edge of his seat with that hole.
Has been part of the show. Thank you so much for this wonderful song, and it's a bit like that what I said about that Hungarian duet, the guitarist and the lyricist, a separate person, because we can identify with someone who is a classic, and you bring your own personality to it. And now this is when my questions will be a bit out of track. Inspiration. I know that inspiration is not a banal word for you, it's important for you. What is your inspiration for your music? And I was quite surprised that you said that you are even having a break to have enough inspiration. Can you tell a bit about this?
I feel like things that you're going through is very important in order to write. So the reason I'm having a break is so I can live life. I can fall in love, I can fall out of love, and then have something to write about. I feel like if I'm not doing that, I don't have nothing to write about, or I'm just going to be writing about the same thing over and over again. So I feel like experience is part of inspiration, whether it's my own or somebody else's, because as I said, not every song I write is about me, but as long as it's happened, it's writable. So experience is very important.
And did it ever happen that someone shared with you her experience about a situation and it moved you and you put it into your lyrics?
I've written a song about giving birth. I've never given birth, and it's called A Mother's Pride. But that story enabled me to write a song about it. It may not be relatable to me, but it's still song-worthy, it's still story-worthy.
It's a beautiful image because when we hear a song or listen to a poem, we always focus on the person of the artist or the singer. But actually every song is so deeply rooted. Other people's lives and faces are within that song. Just like beyond the facade of our face, there are the faces of our parents, grandparents, and back to generations. And that's why I think that singers are very important chroniclers of the time, because without them, the world would be much poorer. Experience. You are going to sing, I think, the fourth song, the Quarter-Life Crisis. The third one, the Quarter-Life Crisis. I really love that title because experience is changing. If you look back, when when I listened to your song, Staring at My Journey, I didn't have a look at the time. I thought that it was an early song of yours, but it was a 2021 release. But if you look back to your musical journey from your first published song, do you see a development in terms of your themes and inspirations?
Yeah, 100%. I see a big development. I see a lot of maturity as well. By each song, my experiences have changed. So we look at Staring at My Journey, and it's just staring at my journey there and then. And then we look at Quarter Life Crisis, and I wrote that song as a 24-year-old for my 25-year-old self, which is around now. As in, Quarter Life Crisis is like when you are so unsure of what is next for you. You're very confused. You see people younger than you doing better. You see people moving out of their house. They're not living with their mum anymore. And you're just like, what's next for me? You are literally having a quarter life crisis.
I found that song, and you will find that song really profound and very honest.
Yeah.
Very honest, because you are in conversation not with your present life, but with your whole life.
Yeah.
And I think it's brilliance of lyricism, regardless of when you are in the charts or not. In my country in the 1990s, there was a very progressive jazz rock band, kind of avant-garde, kind of underground music. And they said that if the critics say that we are playing wonderful music, we'll be very proud of ourselves. But if the critics say that it's a terrible music, wow, we are going to say it means that we are playing a really good rock music. Because that took place in the last years of communism. But it's just a side remark. And I'm having my notes of the Quarter Life Crisis, the lyrics. I'm just quoting very random from it. I have been searching for my peace of mind. Feels like time is flying by. I'm trying to right my wrongs because it don't feel right. And what I highlighted, I'm running out of time. I can't sleep at night. Feels like a quarter life crisis. I can't even fight this. There is something in my brain that's making me insane. Am I too late? Is time running out? I'm like so over this. I just wanna feel okay, but there is something in my brain that's making me insane. Wow. So anyhow, I just quoted, so it's not a continuous thing. But, and I made the remarks that this song, this lyrics, for me is about becoming a self-reflective adult.
Yeah.
And I also made this remark, it sounds like, it feels like a feminine psalm of David.
Oh,
yeah. Admitting that we need a new frame for life. When we are alone with ourselves, but there is also a desire for opening up to something new and to the other. I know that the song we are going to sing is not this, so still I have another question, tangentially related to it, that many of us, or few of us, were born in the pre-internet era, when there was no communication, no Facebook. You were born into this modern digital world, but can you see some change since you started using social media? Does it affect people's relationship to music or to each other? So how do you see technology? And my other deep personal question, that what is your outlook on the world?
I feel like social media now is better for music. We have apps like TikTok, and you can literally lip sync to your song, and you don't know who's going to hear that, and before you know it, that song could be viral. So I think social media is actually better for music. I think streaming 10 years ago was very different. for the older artists. For the younger generation now, I think TikTok is definitely very helpful. And in terms of outlook on life, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm not so
interesting
sure.
that in that not so
Yet, I don't have an answer just yet for that. But that is a good question. I'd have to genuinely think about that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because it's a very good and very honest answer, because when I'm listening to your lyrics, I'm challenged by it. And you remember that at the very first meeting, I said that the reason I like your music is because you are showing the dark side of life. There's some dark experience in it, and if we are honest with ourselves, even in the most happiest phase of our life, the crystal surface of happiness and satisfaction and being in our place is only the crystal surface of something, and only there is a volcano of chaos which can always erupt. And personally, I'm very grateful for revealing that. How do you, is there a, how shall I put this question, that maybe that's my very old-fashioned outlook on things, but just like television, things get more and more superficial. In order to consume a song, it has to be the simpler the better. Sometimes a big hit is really simple, but isn't there kind of a contradiction that technology offers so many things? It's speedy, you can reach out to your audience, but on the other hand, your audience always wants to have something new, novelty, something digestible. As a lyricist or music writer, was there any conflict between expressing the richness what you put into it and external advice that make it simple, make it more melodically simple and digestible? It's my amateurish question.
I think definitely. In the beginning, I used to write only sad music, strictly sad music. I used to write, and strictly sad and strictly personal. Everything at the time was completely true. So I talked about my dad, who was in and out of my life, missed my birth, just in and out my life. I talked about depression, mental health, which very close to me. And people used to be like, why do you always write sad music? We want to hear up-tempo. So then I did just gradually change, not remain the same, but that's the target audience. If they don't want to hear sad music, then I have to kind of find a way to do both, which I think I'm doing correctly now. But at the time, everyone said, why are you doing sad music? Why are you doing slow music? We want to hear up-tempo. But then I feel like if I did up-tempo in a different way, it wouldn't be me. I think how I'm doing it now is correct, because I'm still writing for the broken-hearted. I'm not doing up-tempo and writing about going out partying and drinking alcohol, because that's not me. I could do that as a 26-year-old female, but it wouldn't be so authentic. So I'm still able to write about pain in a more diverse way.
This is what you meant that you would like to write a bit more upbeat music to get this balance right. You mentioned that you are working on something new. Is it a single or a collection of?
I'm working on what I would say is an album, maybe for 7 to 10 songs, and we can actually properly hear the journey, hear my experiences, hear other people's experiences, because as I said, not every song I sing is about my experience. It might be about my friends, my family, my mum. So just working on something where we can hear everything and find it relatable.
And among those 7 songs, you will have the freedom to write upbeat or what is closer to you in the fashion of the invasion which sang. It's just getting the balance right, because I think the richer the spectrum, more colours you offer, the better the album will be. Do you have a title for the album?
It's called The Girl Who Lived, and the reason I call it The Girl Who Lived is because I've battled depression like since I was 12 years old, and there's been times, kind of dark, where I've not wanted to be here anymore. So this title is like strength. It's like the girl who lived. This is everything I've been through. Here it is. Yeah.
It makes us so curious of your next song, which will be that.
Treat Me Right. Very relatable, but not completely about me. Treat Me Right is about having major trust issues with love. You just can't trust him. You don't know, you've been hurt in the past. You're like, is this a good one? Is this a bad one? Will he hurt me? He says he wants to marry me, and it's just, it's about having trust issues, which I do find very relatable. The cheating aspect of the song is not relatable for me, but the whole song in general I would find is relatable.
Can I share just very briefly my side remarks, what I thought about the lyrics? That's my reading. It's a beautiful song of vulnerable human love. A desire to be treated well. I can read it as an unconscious prayer to God. We desire a genuine connection, being equals, when someone is looking right into my soul. Vulnerability, a past which needs rebirth and redemption. And if I can draw attention, this is my interpretation, but you never sing alone. No singer is an island. So what I feel in this song, that there is a collective vulnerability expressed here in this song. A vulnerability which you or we inherited from our family and history of past generations. Yeah, and I have many side remarks, but you are the singer, so not before it begins.
So this is called Treat Me Right. I want to dedicate this to the women in the building right now. Enjoy. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. He told me he loves me and wants to make me his wife. But is he gonna treat me right? Is he gonna do me right? I got way too many assumptions, but I guess I shouldn't judge. Are you gonna treat me right? Love me all through the night. Are you gonna do me right? Even when we have a fight. Are you gonna treat me right? Kissing all on these. Look me right in my eyes. Give me them butterflies. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. Right. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. 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 I got way too much resentment that I don't even wanna mention. Are you gonna treat me right? Are you gonna do me right? I got way too much anger, so can you be my anchor and give me that peace of mind? Then you are only mine. Are you gonna treat me right? Even when we have a fight. Are you gonna treat me right? Kissing all on these fights. Look me right in my eyes. Give me them butterflies. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. Treat me right, treat me right. 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 treat me right. He told me he loves me and wants to make me his wife. I guess it was all a lie. I guess it was all a lie. I got way too many trust issues towards anyone that enters my life. Anyone that enters my life. Anyone that enters my life. Oh yeah. Every time.
If I don't do it, Philip is going to appear and do the same thing. Okay, just remove the. Now it's time for some light questions.
Okay.
Do you have a hobby?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a footballer actually. I was actually scouted by Arsenal ladies. So I was stuck between singing and football. So I would say that was my hobby. Now I don't really know. Now I'm very just for music.
Mm-hmm. Do you have did you or do you have pets?
No,
Do you love pets?
not so much. A lot of my family have cats, so I'm always around cats. But I'm fine with like a fish. If I have a tank and it's just got a fish, I'm happy. I want a goldfish. That's what I would like. I prefer
Oh, that's
quiet, low maintenance.
that's my favorite animal because my memory is that of a goldfish,
Yeah.
which is and I personally I have many friends who have animals, but I'm not terribly good at caring about them, so perhaps that's why I don't like them.
Agreed.
What is your favorite food?
I love food, so I'm just here for all types of food. Anything. I feel like the stereotypical answer would be like Caribbean, but I just love any food. I'm all for trying food. I just love food.
That's a very positive and healthy attitude to life, so you are a very positive singer. What would be your ideal work apart from being a full-time professional singer, even more successful than Taylor Swift? But what would be your ideal job? What would you like to do in the upcoming months if there was an opportunity? In what field would you love to work?
I feel like I'm quite good at customer service, so I would say something customer service based. I'm good with people, I'm polite, I like to think. And I would say customer service. I like to talk to people, I'm friendly, and something customer based. Obviously, as you know, I was in the hospitality field.
Mm-hmm.
That is a headache, by the way. Just come a little bit out of the hospitality field and go to maybe customer service, maybe a call centre.
That's that requires special gift. You can use your voice. You can occasionally sing a song.
I think they'll put the phone down, but
that's but you can pretend to be a nice answering machine. So after the song, please leave your message and you can sing with
That's a good idea.
I know that you had no time when you were working at I don't want to name the place. You didn't have too much time for holiday, but if you went on holiday, what would be your favorite spots or countries?
I want to go to Jamaica. The last time I went to Jamaica was when I was 3 years old, so I would love to go back. Half of my family is from Jamaica, so it'd be nice to actually see where I'm from, how they live.
My last light question is that do you have friends?
I think so.
Do you have friends, lasting friends from primary school or from young age? Or?
So this is kind of off topic. This is also inspiration. Friends can break your heart, by the way. not just men or women.
True.
Friends can break your heart. So I've had friends from primary school up until like 22, 24 years old, then it's just fizzled out, heartbroken. Same for high school. So at the moment I have friends from college, so I've got friends from when I was 16 years old at this moment. Before it was like 12, 13. So I'm at the 16-year-old to now stage.
That's
Yeah.
that's important
Mm-hmm.
in terms of support.
Yeah.
Because and this I'm not going to go back to that type of serious questions, but social media kind of affects how we make friends and how we have time for our friends, and I think it's a very important point what you made, even as a reminder about friendship. In an ordinary day, on a banal weekday, what cheers you up and makes you happy?
Reality TV.
What
I
is
like
it?
to just sit at home in my bed watching reality TV, like Love Island or something like that. It actually cheers me up. I'm just like, look at your life and look at mine. Yeah. I can't lie,
That's
really enjoy watching TV. As you know, like, I was working in the Italian restaurant. I had no time to watch TV. So now I'm just, I love it. This sounds so weird. I love watching TV. I enjoy it so much. I'm in bed and I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe get excited now.
Yeah, you can't wait.
I'm like, I can't wait to go home.
Yeah.
Watch EastEnders.
That's very good because
And also, it's very good for my mental health because, as I mentioned, mental health. Watching TV, I just find so therapeutic. If it's a show that you enjoy, you can binge watch it. You've got your snacks and you just sit, relax. That's your time. Yeah.
That's a great lesson. I think I should try it out because I was always a very serious secondary school boy.
Oh, good.
I always read the heavier stuff. Was never interested in reality television.
Oh, got to get
So
into
I
it. It's
missed
great.
out a lot. And I know that about.
I think you'd like Love Island.
I've never seen that. I love Ireland. Thank you for unmasking. Who is
Also, I'm a
selling
part-time
this
comedian, as we can see.
song? That's brilliant. Now at least I can spot who is watching Love Island from the audience. I think all I could gather easy and right questions were these, apart from what is your favorite color? What are your favorite colors?
I like red. My hair's usually red. If you look at my music videos, my hair's most of the time red.
Oh,
Obviously, I'm on hiatus, so I've gone to black, but I'd say red.
all right, I have a red van. And we have some red in the decoration, which
That is beautiful, by the way. I also love art. In my house, I have so many different pieces of art.
oh, that's very, very nice because we have so many artists in the room. Before the last questions, what is your next song, The Quarter Life Crisis?
Yes.
Alright. So the Quarter Life Crisis, but let me have a, yeah, I already quoted mine. It's a really, really clever lyrics.
Yeah, this one's very deep. Okay, guys. I'm going to try and move around for this one. I don't want to stand still, so don't feel any intimidation. I just want to, I want to party. Feels like time is flying by. I'm trying to run my wrongs cause it don't feel right. No, it don't feel right. making me insane. Oh, said it's making me insane. It's a quarter life crisis. Yeah, you see, I'm at the age where I can't settle down. I don't trust no one, so you can't hold me down, and you can't let me down. Am I too late? Is time running out? I see younger people doing better than me. How the hell are they ahead of me? Feels like a quarter life crisis. Fight this many pieces that just don't even fit. I'm not so over this. I just wanna feel okay, but there's something in my brain that's making me insane. Crisis, I can't even fight this. It just don't even fit. I'm not so over this. Feel okay. I was born a fighter, so I'm gonna fight. I'll never be Jesus, but I can spread the light. Yeah, I can spread the light. I'm not a rapper, I'm a singer-songwriter. I hope and pray the times are gonna get brighter. I punch my bars into a typewriter. Now I'm laid back playing Street Fighter. I just wanna feel okay, but there's something in my brain that's making me insane. Yeah, said it's making me insane. Yeah.
Part of the, it's like a work therapy, you know? We are affecting the audience, and we have to channel our emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, I left my questions there, it makes my life easier. As a young musician, what are your aspirations? What would you like to achieve in this music business? Because it's a music business.
Mm-hmm. I want to inspire people. I want to save people through music, just like people that I used to listen to when I was younger saved my life. I've mentioned mental health a few times, but there's a few singers who I feel like if they didn't write certain songs, I don't feel like I would be here right now. So I want to make music where somebody can listen to that and be like, wow, I want to continue. I want to carry on. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the music now for women, no shade, is very like sexual and this and that, and I can write music like that as well as a 26-year-old, but I'm still writing about themes that matter. Do you know what I mean? So I'm writing about everything that a woman in her 20s would go through. Some people strictly on that, and I want to be positive and I want to inspire people. So I want someone to hear it and be like, wow, there's actually reason to want to continue in life. Yeah.
If we can give a feedback to you, regardless if someone had known you before that, that definitely in your songs there is a mission and there is power and energy which wants to connect and can connect, and you can remind us of emotions, feelings, and experiences in a way when it's put into a song, it's already a form of healing. If you talk about it, it's therapy, but when it has a frame, a beautiful frame, it's offers healing. So and definitely it's a very profound music. It's not a light. It's not a Barbie song or something. It's
I like that.
It's far more colorful. Yeah. A practical question that. Another question that do you have a regular helping feedback on your music from audience or from your musicians? In terms of as a support?
I have loads of friends that make music because I went to music college for 4 years, so I have a lot of musician friends who I may send a song and I'll say, what do you think about this? And they'll give me that honest feedback. I work with producers closely. We work on music from scratch, so they'll be building the instrumentals step by step, guitar, piano, drums, then I'll start writing. So I always have someone there to assist. Yeah.
As a musician, that's very important. Just a practical question that what support would you need what you don't have at the moment as a musician?
I want to say funding. Sounds cliche, but funding. So it's so difficult. It's not as simple as just releasing a song and hoping people hear it. I need to make music videos. I need to promote, and those things you need funding. Unfortunately, music videos push a song more than just the audio. So I've been very fortunate with my second to last release called Low. Got played with Capital FM and Kiss, and that was very major for me because those are major radio stations. But that wouldn't have been possible, I don't think, if I didn't pay to do a music video, which I'm still dealing with the consequences now. That music video was very expensive. So I feel like that's important.
If it's not a top business secret, for in terms of volume, how much money would that mean, for example? No, I'm interested in that.
As I said, I'm still dealing with the consequences now, but it was worth it. You have to understand, music video is not something simple. You have to pay for the videographer, you have to pay for the location, you need to pay for the people in the video if they're not your friends. If you've got dancers and things like that, you have to fund it.
So it's more than £20,000.
No, I ain't that rich.
I'm
not that rich.
Oh, okay, but
I wish.
How much is it?
So for the Low video, it was just over 2,000. But I don't have any regrets because it got me a little bit of exposure and people were, care. I feel like music is very eye-catching. People want to. So it's the same with women where they make music that is very sexual. It's eye-catching. Then people are like, oh, she's got her clothes off. Oh, wow. Do you know what I mean? So with a music video, if you're sitting on top of a Range Rover, they're like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easier to sell.
If I do a music video where it's flashy and I've got a Range Rover in there and I've got 30-inch hair, it's like, wow. Like, you want to watch it. The song's great, but wow, you're sitting on a Range Rover.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
I was sitting on a Range Rover.
Yeah, we saw that video a few was prepared. Yeah, but it's, I understand that it's important.
Yeah.
And the trick is when there is the added content
It's
of
like,
a profound message.
Yeah. It's eye-catching. You add those little bits of things, people want to watch it.
I know, if we could help you with funding, we would. But let's think about that idea, and honestly, let's discuss it, because when you said it's not £20,000, perhaps we could approach the Urban Fund and relating it to mission to the uncherished.
It's the same as studio time. So funding is not just for music videos, it's for studio time. I'm fortunate to have purchased a microphone and recording equipment and taught myself how to mix and master. So I don't necessarily have to book studio time with an engineer because I've taught myself. But that even costs money, do you know what I mean? I've saved money, but it costs money to do that. I feel like if you want to do music, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a better idea to teach yourself how to do it.
Yeah, that's a practical step, but still. So we have the sense that that being a successful singer, achieving your aspirations, it has the financial side to which obviously.
Yeah, if you want the exposure, if you don't care and you just want to be a singer and you don't want that, then yeah. I'm trying to win Brit Awards. I'm trying to win Grammy Awards. I'm like,
Yeah, no, it's
I will fund my career as much as I can.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth.
It's like working in the restaurant. People find out I can sing. Oh, why are you working here then? I'm like, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
Mama gotta eat, you know?
Yeah, that's very true, and that's real. That's real life, and that's the way also you meet people.
Yeah.
In practical terms, from the local community, it's not the funding and things. What you don't have to answer it, but think about it. That what support we could give to you as St. Augustine's Church or friends who have artistic ability.
I would just say spreading the word. Even this is enough listening and hearing my music and just taking it in and appreciating it. I would say spreading the word. After this, maybe you might want to go on YouTube, check out my music. I would appreciate that.
We
So I
did
would say
already.
Did you?
Homework.
Love you, girl.
And we're gonna spread.
Thank you.
Yeah, and hopefully when we have our next gig in Beaufort Park, we'd like to invite you. And if you have friends, musical acquaintances, young aspiring musicians, even younger, we are very happy to promote the word in that sense.
Yeah.
I think the whole night was so profound with Tanya, Jennifer, and you that I'm done. I'm run out of my questions. But before we give thanks to the audience and to all who participated and contributed, what is your last song?
Okay, so my last song is called Staring at My Journey. This is probably the most personal song. So if you listen closely, you'll understand. It's very, 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 very deep. And everything I say is about me.
Was
And I'm not singing, I'm actually rapping spoken word.
I think if my memory is that of a goldfish, as I mentioned, but you produced a video for it, of which part of Graham Park is shown, no?
So that is actually a different song. That is called No Fool. So it says like, grew up in the northwest of London, mummy didn't raise no fool. So it's like just about having a backbone and being strong.
I see. Okay. But anyhow,
and I did film that in Graham Park.
When I listened to the song which you are singing, these images of Graham Park came to me.
Yeah. I always wanted to do a song where it represents where I'm from. I'm not afraid to say where I'm from. That's where I'm from, you know?
Well, this part of the world will become more and more famous. Hopefully there will be a blue badge in
yeah, maybe there'll be a statue of me soon.
Really? Okay. Anyhow, so the last song which ZANEITA brought to share with us.
Okay, so this is called Staring at My Journey. Enjoy! Tryna do the same. Yeah. Tryna do the same. Tryna do the same. Tryna do the same. Yeah. Tryna do the same. Tryna do the same. Tryna do the same. Tryna do the same. Staring at my journey, I was just a young girl trying to slide through in this concrete jungle. I was always taught that you've got to stay humble. People acting fake, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. Body shaming as we're waiting on the scales. I'm trying to get that right figure, I'm talking about that money. Fake friends buzzing, trying to get that honey. When I left those fake friends, it was raining, now it's sunny. 3 MJs came to fame. Jackson, Jordan, Mary Jane. You got me spitting on this rhythm, trying to do the same. You got me spitting on this rhythm, trying to do the same. staring at my journey. I was just a young girl, I was getting bullied when I didn't do no wrong. But times like that teaches me to be strong. Music is philosophy, nobody's ever stopping me. I have a dream but not as big as Martin Luther's. Everybody has a past, so I call my past a blooper. Daddy didn't love me, daddy didn't care. In and out my life and the feeling left me scared. Ignoring all my calls got me punching all these walls. If I end up in the sky, yeah, that's where the angel falls. You tell me life's hard, now I'm acting hard, but this is stressful and I regret all. I've got a mind full of memories of my past. I'm not living but I'm thinking of the past. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
We obviously got limits, so.
What happened? Noise complaints.
It was good.
They were too noisy, and Philip had to warn them that they should be a bit more quiet outside. Yeah. But anyhow, there's so much to take in from all our contributors, and all I have to say is that after this night, after this evening, we have known a bit more of you, ZANEITA, and we have learned a bit more of and about Jennifer and of Tanya. So thank you so much for revealing your stuff.
No problem. I want to say amazing from Jennifer and Tanya as well.
It's just like the pieces of classical music, you know, Andante, Allegro, and the finished finale. It was a well-composed night within one performance and the three together. So thank you very much for sharing these, and thank you very much. Huge thanks goes to our audience of giving us support. And we hope to continue our series in September. In August, there will be a piano recital at St. Augustine's Church by Grace Francis. I'm going to tell you when exactly. June, July, August. Yeah, on the 24th of August, Saturday, 4 p.m. But we hope to continue our series, and also we hope to bring a performance of yours to Beaufort Pub as a gig on a very special day.